I welcome you to my YouTube channel. So, today's topic of discussion in the vibration is torsional vibrations. These vibrations are related to the systems which are 2 degrees of freedom system. So, let us understand this 2 degree of freedom system with torsional vibrations. So, what you will understand through this video is to analyze free torsional vibrations of system with 2 degrees of freedom. Now for this, consider a torsional system consisting of two discs mounted on a shaft as shown in the figure that will be displayed. The three segments of these shafts have rotational spring constants. So this is what that figure is. You can observe over here it consists of a shaft on which two discs are mounted. Disc 1 over here and disc 2 is mounted over here. Because of these two discs, the shaft is getting divided into three segments with spring constants or its stiffness values with KT1, KT2 and KT3. Now the rotational degrees of freedom for these two discs are theta 1 and theta 2. Let us again assume that the applied torque for disc 1 is mt1 and for disc 2 it is mt2, with the disc having polar moment of inertia J1 for disc 1 and J2 for disc 2. Now for such a system, in order to analyze, we need to draw its free body diagram so that we can get the equation of motion. So the free body diagram for this system will be like this. We have to draw two discs and we need to show all the forces which are which are existing for these two discs. So what are these forces? These forces are actually the force mt1 is, that is the torque, external applied torque, which is not shown in this free body diagram, but it exists there. Along with that, there is a resistance force that is because of the shaft segment 1, which is KT1 theta 1. Similarly, there is a opposite directional force which is KT2 theta 2 minus theta 1. This is for disc 1 when disc 1 is displaced by an angle theta 1. Similarly, for disc 2, the resisting force will be KT3 theta 2. So as KT3 is the stiffness of the third segment of this shaft, and the again another force which is in the opposite direction, which is because of the middle segment of this shaft, which is KT2 theta 2 minus theta 1, which is common to both the discs. So when the disc 2 is displaced by an angle theta 2. Now if I want to understand this system, the differential equations of rotational motion for these two discs can be derived and it can be written like this. For disc 1, the differential equation can be written like this, according to again the Newton's law of motion, which we use to write down the differential equations. So the equation is J1 theta 1 double dot. So J1, of course, it represents the polar moment of inertia for disc 1 into the acceleration, which is represented as theta 1 double dot. So double dot is indicating the acceleration. So double derivative of the angular displacement. So that will be equal to the forces which are there, which are, I can say, the resisting forces for the disc 1, and these are the forces like minus KT1 theta 1 plus KT2 theta 2 minus theta 1 and the external applied torque, that is mt1, in order to set the system into a vibration. So this external applied force may be continuous force, or it may be given initially and then system can be set into vibrations. So this mt1 force, if it is not continuous force, then that system could be called as a system with free vibrations. So only initially the force will be applied and then system will be set into its natural frequency. So the second equation, differential equation for disc 2 will be very similar to disc 1 in same format, that is J2 theta 2 double dot is equal to minus KT2 theta 2 minus theta 1 minus KT3 theta 2 plus mt2. Here again mt2 represent the external applied torque. So if I rearrange the equations, these two equations, if I write it again, the equations will be like this. That is taking mt1 on other side of equal sign. The equations will be written like this. So we know that this system is in the condition of free vibrations. The external applied torque must be 0, as I explained earlier. So for these two equations, J1 theta 1 double dot plus KT1 plus KT2 theta 1 minus KT2 theta 2 is equal to MT1, and second equation J2 theta 2 double dot minus KT2 theta 1 plus KT2 plus KT3 theta 2 is equal to MT2. These equations, for these equations, the external applied torque must be 0 for the condition of free vibrations. Remember, if it is a forced vibration, then these two forces will exist throughout the analysis. So as it is a free vibrations, these two terms will be treated as 0. So above equations will reduce to the form of J1 theta 1 double dot plus KT1 KT2 theta 1 minus KT2 theta 2 is equal to 0, and second equation J2 theta 2 double dot minus KT2 theta 1 plus KT2 plus KT3 theta 2 is equal to 0. These equations can be used to find out the natural frequencies of the system. So as it is a 2 degrees of freedom system, if we solve these two equations simultaneously, we'll be getting two natural frequencies for this particular system. So thank you.